Hey TMFG community, Carlo Cansino here with John Iaconetti. And in today's Ask TMFG episode, we'll be discussing LIRAs, or better known as locked-in retirement accounts. So if you do like our content, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a like, or provide us with some comments. In today's episode, John will be walking through the details of the locked-in retirement account. How is it utilized? What can you do with it? How much can you take out? How much can you put in? John will answer all of those questions you may have. John?
Perfect. Thank you, Carlo. So just like you mentioned, we've been getting this question pretty frequently. A lot of Canadians do have locked-in retirement accounts, and often the question comes, what are they? Well, why do I have one? And primarily a locked-in retirement account is there to replicate what a past pension was or was supposed to be. So let me paint you a picture. If you're working at a company and earning a pension and then you end up leaving that company, that money is likely going with you and it won't stay in the pension, and now it gets transferred into a locked-in retirement account. So a locked-in retirement account is very similar to another retirement plan like the RRSP. The only difference is this amount of money is locked in just as your pension would be and non-accessible up until retirement.
So with locked-in retirement accounts, they're to replicate a lifetime income like your pension would have been had you stayed with that employer. So that's the main difference between a locked-in retirement account and an RRSP. Both accounts allow you to hold any investment that you'd like. Well, the majority of regular investments that you'd have within an RRSP, but the difference is when they're converted into income type accounts, there is a maximum that you can take out of a LIRA, or when it's converted into an income account, it would either be a life income fund or a locked-in retirement income fund, depending on the province that you live in.
Absolutely. And we don't like the restriction of being capped at a certain level of how much can come out of that account. So a big strategy that we've utilized and you should be utilizing as well is trying to unlock as much of that locked-in retirement account that you have. And there are a couple ways to do that. So the first one I'll discuss is when you convert that locked-in retirement account to the income fund that Carlo has suggested, you're allowed to unlock up to 50% of the asset into an RRSP. Absolutely, you should be taking advantage of that. Even if you're not good, you feel like you will not even reach the cap of what you can withdraw. It doesn't hurt to have that flexibility and have that option of unlocking that amount of money.
John mentioned a couple of ways that you could unlock. Second way you could unlock if the value of the LIRA is under a specific threshold, and that's under the small amounts exception. And that threshold is 40% of the yearly maximum pensionable earnings. So for those of you that don't know what that is, that's essentially the threshold that Canadians who are employed would be contributing, the income level that you would be contributing to Canada Pension Plan or CPP. So if the value of your LIRA, before you convert it over into a LIF, is below 40% of the yearly maximum pensionable earnings, you can unlock it and put it into an RSP and have as much access to it as you wanted.
Absolutely, and there also are other areas that you can be able to access the funds, specifically when it comes to financial hardship or health issues as well. The money does become accessible, but in our scenario, the number one thing that you should be doing is trying to unlock as much as you can for your retirement, just so you have that flexibility and the ability to take more if you need to from the portfolio.
Well, thanks for walking through that, John. Again, if you have a defined benefit plan and have left or are planning on leaving your employer and were wondering what happens with the money that you've been contributing into, just know that you can take it with you. It will be under the restrictions of a life or a locked-in retirement account, but you still have the options of how you want to invest it. And with unlocking, you can also be taking as much money as you want once it's unlocked. That's our episode for today. Again, if you do like our content, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, provide us with a comment, or just give us a like. Until next time, I'm Carlo Cansino.
I'm John Iaconetti.
And this has been Ask TMFG.